Welcome back to Mournful Walrus. I'm your host, Stephen Weathers, and this is another episode of the YouTube Happy Hour Challenge. I think that's what the C stands for. Today I'll be making a whiskey sour. So, what do you need? You need a Lowball with ice. Clank. Oh, I forgot to grab the whiskey, didn't I? Good news! It was in my pants the whole time. Okay. Glass with ice. Jigger. Ooh, squeaky jigger. Mysterious unnamed brand of bourbon. We want 1.5 ounces. Which, assuming this is a standardized sized jigger, that should be the jigger versus the pony. Fresh squeezed lemon juice. Same amount, so 1.5 ounces. So equal parts. Oh no, this is not for pouring. Okay. Let's assume that's going to be slightly more sour. Yes, I am a peasant and a heathen. And this spill has been sponsored by Subway. No, it hasn't. But that's the napkins I have laying around, so. There we go. So, right now we have equal parts of 1.5 ounces of whiskey and freshly squeezed lemon juice. Now, we need 3/4 of simple syrup, which I just made. It's actually still warm. Simple syrup is equal parts water and sugar. Cooked until dissolved, usually cooled, but this is still warm, but whatever. Let's see if I can do this with a spoon. It basically worked. Cool. So this is being done kind of more in the mid-level bar technique style, where it's not going to be put into a shaker, mostly because it's kind of late and I don't want to be too loud, but also because I'm lazy. So add that. Add more ice, or a standard sized glass, which this is a little big, so what are you gonna do? Here we go, simple syrup. Stir with your butter knife. I'm starting to think I have a non-standard sized jigger, because this does not seem like enough. And try a taste. That's pretty good, actually. It seems like there's not enough, though, because shouldn't this be here? But whatever. What can I do? I can throw in the rest of the lemon juice, because why not? Add a splash more of the bourbon. Too much bourbon, whatever. And I guess a sloppy splash more of the simple syrup. And then just make a mess. Stirry, stirry, stir. Gotta get a lot of good use out of this butter knife. Maybe I needed more ice. I'm not used to this glass, obviously. But that's neither here nor there. So now that most of my ice is dissolved, unlike it was supposed to. Okay, so if I wanted to do this right and not quietly, this would be shaken in a shaker until frosty, obviously, and then poured onto fresh ice. So once it's cold, it goes onto fresh ice so it doesn't melt the ice in the glass. But I'm also low on ice, because I don't know. Why would I be low on ice? It grows on trees, big, wet, drippy trees. And now for 0 scores and Timo? It's not Timo, but it's... I can't think of the guy's name. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, at least. He commented on the Manhattan video. Him and 0 score have a hatred cherries. So, time to add their favorite ingredient. The cherry for garnish. And that is a whiskey sour. So, that's really good. I've never actually made one with actual lemon juice. I've always just gone with the just like sour mix or whatever. This is delicious with actual lemon. And I don't frequent bars that actually juice fruit. It's just psh, 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 and done. But this is fantastic. I definitely suggest a properly made, well, I say properly, but this is obviously not properly made. But it's close enough for my taste. It's delicious. So, that's the whiskey sour. Now, here, the history of the whiskey sour. It's really old. Like, it was a whiskey sour actually was in the first published cocktail book, which was Jerry Thomas's The Bon Vivant Companion, also known as How to Mix Drinks. Super interesting title. It was published in 1862. This is an old-ass drink. I like the history behind where the sour came from, which sour is, it's a taste, but also a genre of drinks. You've got like a whiskey sour, or a rum sour, or fucking peanut butter sour, or just anything that's sour. It was really popular in the turn of the century, this style of drinks. Oh, check out my awesome shirt. It's 2001 Space Odyssey. It's one of the last scenes before he goes through the monolith. So, why am I short on breath? What the hell? Ooh, sour. So, the genre of the sour cocktail, or drink, or whatever you want to call it, actually started in the 1700s. So, 160 years before the whiskey sour was published in a book, it was being used by the British Navy. Okay, so, it's the 1700s, and you're on a boat. What's a big issue that you might have? Scurvy. What do you do with scurvy? Citrus. Citrus counteracts it keeps you out of getting scurvy. I really should have wrote notes. So citrus plus person equals person without scurvy, basically, because of citrus. But juice, like lime juice, lemon juice, I guess grapefruits maybe, it's a fucking fruit, and it'll go bad after a while, right? Like, you ever have a sack of oranges you forget about for a month? They're not oranges anymore. No, they're just a bad time. So what they would do is add lime juice to rum. Like, they just mix that bitch together, and you've just got limey rum. And the rum would keep it from going bad, basically. It would preserve it to some degree. And okay, so Misty Perkins, the wife of Zach Box Perkins from Fury Box, had made a request that I do a video on bitters, which are also hilarious, or is also hilarious. The history of, I mean. And I will do that soon. I took a poll to see what I should do today, and the whiskey sour went out, so no offense. Oh, also, if you want to go the traditionalist route, you've got your lemon juice, your simple syrup, your bourbon, and egg white. I didn't feel like dealing with that near my computer. I don't want to crack an egg on my computer desk, basically. That seems like a bad idea to me. But if I ever get a kitchen, I can do things in a kitchen. And so you put all that shit in the mixer with the ice shaker, and you shake the fucker until longer than you think you need to. Because that's kind of the rule of thumb when you're making a drink with egg whites, which is actually fairly common. There's a lot of them out there, just no one does them anymore, mostly because that whole salmonella scare, which is, at this point, just kind of bullshit, but that's neither here or there. The hell was I talking? Oh yeah, so fruit is perishable. Put fruit in booze, it makes it last longer. And usually it would be rum, sometimes gin, maybe whiskey sometimes. Anyhow. You also talking about bitters. Oh yeah. Bitters are hilarious. I know the drink I'm gonna make with the bitters for the bitters video. It'll be entertaining, I hope. This is kind of strong. That last extra splash was a big splash. Whatever. Yeah, so the rum or gin or sometimes whiskey would preserve the juice, and it would keep the sailors not scurvy-tastic, which is good because scurvy is kind of awful. So anyhow, so they'd put the rum, gin, whiskey separately, not together, with some kind of citrus juice, limes, lemons, whatever. And eventually they realized, hey, let's add sugar, because this is really fucking sour. It's just lemon juice and booze. So they added some sugar, and that's basically how the whiskey sour was born, and the gin sour, and I guess rum sour, which no one ever really orders those. It's not as iconic as the whiskey sour. I don't really know why. Apparently you can make it with Splenda if you want something that's a little lower calorie, because most of the calories in this drink are in the sugar more than anything else. So, you know, if you want to be a weird fucker like that, you can do that. I wouldn't suggest it because that's fucking weird. Oh yeah, so here is the cool little part 2 now that I'm lower in drink. So what I'm gonna do, switch this out to a highball without making a mess somehow. And I have club soda, which hopefully isn't too shaken up. Bubbles. My bubbles. My bubbles. Bubbles. A lot of bubbles. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh goodness. So my little tip when it comes to untwisting a lid of something bubbly that's too bubbly is loosen it and then squeeze. Because the squeezing will break the seal a little bit, but if you let go, it just closes the seal immediately after, so you don't have to worry about trying to screw it back on frantically as you spray everything on your desk in club soda. Alright, so you've got basically a whiskey sour with the addition of club soda. And not nearly enough ice. But that's on me. And oh, that was way too much sugar. And a bit more sugar, because I'm an idiot. And what you have here is a John Collins. Now, whenever you're doing any cocktail that involves like club soda or tonic water or seltzer or ginger ale or any kind of carbonated soda, stir. Don't you ever shake that. It's a bad idea and you will get very wet, is basically what I'm getting around to. And that is a John, not Tom, but John Collins. It's basically the same as a Tom Collins, except with whiskey/bourbon instead of gin. So that's cool. It's your little bonus recipe for staying through to the end. Yeah, that's basically all there is to this one. I've already made the whiskey sour and then showed you a second one, because why not? This is pretty good. It's a little bit lighter because it's, I mean, like, instead of half of this, you've got like a quarter of this full of booze. So it's a lot lighter of a drink, more sippable, I guess. Oh, that's an ice cube. You accidentally swallow an ice cube. Yeah, so thanks for watching the YouTube Happy Hour episode, bloop, 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 bloop. And, I think that's all of them right now. So, if any of you guys ever make one, shoot me a link to the video on Twitter or on YouTube or on the Facebook, just even the Tumblr, whatever. I believe I have the Ask box open, and I'll add that to the playlist that I'm making, because there's not a guarantee I'm going to catch it. So yeah, shoot me a message. I'll throw it on the the playlist, which you can always check out on my channel. It's on the playlist tab somewhere. So thanks for watching. If you have any cocktail requests, feel free to leave the request in the comment section, or if you have any complaints, perhaps I used the wrong terminology or didn't like my butter knife, feel free to, I don't know, complain or whatever. If you like the video, leave a like. They make me feel nice more than anything else, but I guess there's also some kind of YouTube aspect to liking videos. If you dislike the video, feel free to dislike it. I won't cry too much about it, but you know, it's on you if I do die of crying. If I cry myself to death. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I put out videos semi-regularly, but I have a spring break coming up soon, so I'll get a couple videos queued up, and then eventually summer will happen, and then videos will be increased. And Madi Do, who is a fairly silent partner on the channel recently, because she's been going to school and working herself. God, I'm all burpy from the club soda. Goodness gracious. We'll be uploading some videos of her own at some point soonish. She is waiting for some mail to show up, which will then lead to some live streaming and then video uploading of some speed draws. Or, yeah, speed drawings, which will be cool, and that will also lead to some new channel art, because this stuff's a little out of date of what we have now, so that'll be nice. I think that's about all there is to this video. This has already gone on far too long of me just mumbling and rambling to myself and burping and all that good stuff. Bye!